studio again today. Again, as I promised 2 weeks ago, I'm back here to talk to you about the latest blog that I put out yesterday, which is our vision drills number 2. For starters, I just wanted to go through and demonstrate the different drills that I gave you in that blog. If you remember, the first one was about eye movements, and I talked about smooth pursuits, which is the ability to follow an object. In the blog, I mentioned you could use your thumb, but it's sometimes better to have tools like this, where you actually have some letters that you can follow. Or if you want something a little bit bigger, you can maybe write letters on a tennis ball. This actually turns into a great drill that maybe I'll share with you guys some other time. Anyways, to do the smooth pursuit drill, it's very simple. You want to keep your head nice and still. You start with your target out in the center, be it your thumb, a letter stick, or the tennis ball, and simply just follow the letter from side to side. And just like we did with gaze stabilization, you want to work all of the different compass directions. In doing this is training your eyes to stay focused and move with the object. So if you see things going blurry, you might want to slow down, start to investigate that area, maybe go back and practice the gaze stabilization at that point. Try the smooth pursuits again to make sure that they stay clear. Now, the second drill that I offered up was called Saccades, which is the ability of your eyes to jump back and forth. This becomes really important when an object's moving too fast for us to smoothly follow, and we need to anticipate where it's going. Happens all the time when we're driving and watching people. Anything that's moving quickly, it's something we use a lot in life. To practice this one, you would need 2 sticks, or if you don't have that option, 2 thumbs. So basically, you would hold the sticks up from side to side. You want to make sure that you can see them with both of your eyes. The easiest way to do this is keeping your head still, look at one of the sticks, close the eye on that same side of your body to make sure that the opposite eye is seeing it and your nose isn't in the way. You would do the same for the other side. And then at this point, you would jump your eyes to one of the letters or one of your thumbs, get it focused, snap the eyes to the other side, move back and forth as quick as you can, making sure that the object or letter does come into focus. Once you've done side to side, again, we have all of our compass directions, and make sure you work the diagonals because they get a little bit less work than the other ones in our everyday life. The final one that I talked about was being able to track. So this is when an object is coming in towards you or moving out away from you. And again, you can imagine this happens all the time. Cars when we're driving, coming in and out, people walking by. And a big one is if you ever try to play catch. If you're a person who has trouble following the ball, watching it into your hands, then this could be one of these skills that might actually let you be able to play catch again in the future. So for this one, I'll pull out the ball, since that's what we talked about. You again can have a smaller, bigger letters than I have written on this one. But the drill is simply holding it out in front of you. You want to follow it in until it starts to get blurry and then double. Once you see the letter that you're reading double, that's when you stop and slowly start to take it back out. It should reform into focus until you move out to a full distance. Now, to keep training this, as it starts to double, see if you can refocus and then bring the object in a little bit closer again. That's actually going to work the muscles of your eyes to help them essentially come cross-eyed during convergence and then to move out again during divergence. So hopefully that's a little bit better explanation as to how the drills actually work. From here, I wanted to give you a little bit more neurology, anatomy behind all these different things. And in the last video I mentioned we have 6 different eye muscles that help our eyes move very specifically. What's really interesting about this, and if you ever wonder how important this type of training really is, if you think about your legs, we have things called motor groups. And motor groups are a neuron coming into a bunch of muscle fibers, and when that neuron fires, it turns the muscles on, and that's how they contract and relax. In your legs, a motor group is 1 neuron to anywhere from 1,000 to up to 10,000 muscle fibers. Okay, so it's very gross, not so coordinated movement. When you come into the upper body, it's more like 500 or 1,000 muscle fibers per neuron. When you get into your hands, so where movement is very intricate, important, okay, and dexterous, it's about 1 to 30, 1 to 40 is the ratio of neurons to muscle groups. When you get to your eyes, it's 1 to 1. So that's how important your eyes are and how important it is to have this type of control over them. One of the big reasons is when your eyes are moving and you're having to focus on an object through movement, you only have clarity within a 2-degree window. So any slight shift or any offset in your eyes will cause things to go blurry. So that's why when you train your vision and you train these muscles and your ability to follow and move objects and track objects dynamically, that's how these drills actually help improve your vision, because you can keep within that narrow window of focus. Finally, because many of us do, I also wanted to mention during this vision part that vision training is even more important if you're a person who wears glasses. If you think about it, glasses can almost be considered cages for the eyes, because when they're small and tight, they restrict where your eyes are going to want to move, because outside of the rim of the glasses, things are definitely going to be blurry. That's why you have the corrective lens. So if you're wearing glasses all day long, you're more than likely going to be turning your head rather than moving your eyes, and that will cause these muscles to get weak and out of practice doing what they need to do. So if you're a person who wears glasses, really think about practicing all these skills, and it'll make your overall health a whole lot better. So that's all I had to offer for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Feel free to post any comments, questions below. I'm happy to answer all of them. And again, check back in next week where I'll be giving you another tip about something I haven't figured out yet, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. Take care.